Hi, it's Skiffin Lobates here, and you can see I'm wearing my resonance hat. So today's video is a security video, and what I want to talk about today is the car industry and the computing industry, because I think in the computing industry we can learn a lot by looking at other technologies and the problems that arose when they were adopted. And in the case of cars, the problems are very apparent because cars are lethal weapons, killing hundreds of thousands of people every day. What I am particularly interested in is looking at a 1965 book called Unsafe at Any Speed and written by Ralph Nader. Now, until that point, regulation of safety features in cars was very, very low. We did have traffic rules, but what was not done was insisting that the car manufacturing industry pay attention to making their vehicles safe. And as a result, and as you would expect, the budgets for cars were all focused on advertising and features to make particular models more appealing to people. And quite frankly, the industry didn't care at all about the fact that their vehicles were unsafe. It was only with the publishing of that book and subsequent congressional hearings in the US in 1966 that we started to see safety regulations appearing for cars, insisting that relying on being thrown free from the car during an accident was not an appropriate response to looking for safety and security in car vehicles. Just ask the artist Jackson Pollock. Oh, you can't. He died in an accident being thrown from a car. And that things like seatbelts and airbags be brought in, and that safety panels and crumple zones be built into cars to make them more and more safe. But it was a long, slow journey, and the automotive industry was very resistant against it. Understandably, who wants to spend millions on testing vehicles when you could spend those millions on getting people to buy your car rather than some competitor's car? And I think we see exactly the same in the computer industry. Plus, we are hampered by the fact that it's not immediately apparent when something horrible happens in computer security that people are suffering. There's no gruesome pictures of accidents that you can post. The best you can find is the picture of somebody weeping because they just lost their livelihood. However, it's clear that tech companies are not going to focus on security unless they really, really have to. So it could be argued that regulation is the way to go, just as it was in the car industry. The governments around the world have been slow to act because, again, there's not the strident need that there was when it came to loss of life and limb in the car industry. The positive thing, of course, is that we have come a long, long way with cars. They are infinitely more safe than they were 60 years ago. Hopefully, it won't take so long for the computer industry, and in particular blockchain and crypto, to wake up to this. Maybe we are getting to a turning point where people will be saying, hang on, enough is enough. We cannot tolerate these data breaches. We cannot tolerate these hundreds of millions of dollars worth of crypto just being stolen by random hackers from who knows where. That's my hope anyway, and it's one of the reasons why I work with Resonance Security to try to do something about this. And in the next video, I will be talking a bit about why it's actually easier than you would think. So that's it for today. Hope you found it interesting, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Bye for now.